Hello, boys and girls. It's Aunty Mimmi here, and today we've got part 3 of Hello Kitty and Friends. Part 3 is called Forgetful Friends. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's begin. It was Monday morning, and Hello Kitty ran across the playground to where Tammy and dear Daniel were standing. She'd been busy the night before making up more dance moves for the second routine and couldn't wait to share them with her friends. Quickly, she checked that they were still coming to the Friendship Club meeting after school. Dear Daniel gasped. He'd forgotten that he had football practice. He looked really sorry, but Tammy could still go. Hello Kitty smiled at dear Daniel. She reassured him that he was not to worry and that she'd teach him the steps at the next rehearsal on Thursday. But dear Daniel had nature club on Thursdays. The only day he could meet was Saturday. It would only give them a week to practice, but that should still be enough time if they worked hard. Oh well. They heard Fifi calling out and looked round to see her racing across the playground towards them. Her bag was flapping and her hair had escaped from its ponytail, and she was breathing heavily from running so fast. Fifi went to ice skating lessons before school, so she was often in a rush to get there on time, especially at the moment, as she was learning a new routine for a competition. Her coach was trying to teach her a new spin. It was really hard, but she'd almost got it right that morning. Hopefully, she'd do it properly when she went back to the ice rink after school. It seemed Fifi had forgotten about the rehearsal for the Fizzy Pops concert too. Hello Kitty reminded her, and Fifi clapped her hands to her mouth. Oh no, but it was too late to rearrange her ice skating lesson. Hello Kitty told her it didn't matter. Dear Daniel couldn't come either. They would all meet on Saturday and practice the second routine then. And Hello Kitty, Tammy and Mimmi would still practice that night so they could get a head start for Saturday. It would be fine. Fifi hugged Hello Kitty and thanked her for not minding. She promised to work extra hard on Saturday, and so did dear Daniel. Just then the morning bell rang. Everyone rushed to be first in line, putting the thoughts of the rehearsal out of her mind. Hello Kitty ran after her friends. After school that day, Mimmi and Tammy were following Hello Kitty's new dance moves. They reached to the side, jumped back, put their arms up and turned to the left. This was when they would dance with their partners. Mimmi would dance with dear Daniel, Tammy would be with Fifi, and Hello Kitty would be in the middle, dancing by herself. Hello Kitty watched as Mimmi and Tammy pretended to turn dear Daniel and Fifi around. It didn't look quite right. It was hard to tell if it looked good without the others being there. Hello Kitty paused the music and Tammy and Mimmi stopped dancing while she explained her thinking. They decided to try the routine again on Saturday when dear Daniel and Fifi would be there. Suddenly, Mimmi had an idea. Just because they couldn't dance, it didn't mean they couldn't get ready for the concert in other ways. They would need costumes, right? She guessed. Costumes! Hello Kitty's eyes lit up. She couldn't believe she hadn't thought about that yet. She adored designing clothes and making outfits. Yes, 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 she declared. They would definitely need costumes. Mimmi and Tammy clapped their hands with happiness. They might not be able to practice their dancing, but making costumes was just as much fun. Hello Kitty grabbed some paper and pencils and sat down at the table to think. What could they wear for the concert? It had to be something sparkly, something cool, something totally super. Mimmi and Tammy went into the kitchen to get some drinks and snacks, while Hello Kitty started to plan the costumes. They couldn't wait to see what she'd come up with. An hour later, the tabletop in the lounge was covered with costume designs and cookie crumbs. Tammy's favourite design was a black leotard with silver stars all over it. Hello Kitty liked this too, but she wanted everyone to look the same, and she was pretty sure dear Daniel wouldn't want to wear a leotard. Mimmi and Tammy giggled at the thought. They looked at all the drawings again. Another design was black trousers for dear Daniel and a sticky out black skirt for the girls. They could all wear custom t-shirts that had Fizzy Pops written on them in rainbow-coloured sparkly letters. Mimmi announced that this was one of her favourite, and they all looked at each other smiling. Perfect! All three girls loved it. Now they just had to make the costumes. Hello Kitty beamed at her friends. Making costumes was one of her favourite things to do. It would be so much fun. They just needed some white t-shirts to draw the designs on, two with glitter fabric pens. Hello Kitty could make the skirts out of some old ballet tutus that she and Mimmi had in their dressing up cupboard. Tammy clapped her hands. She couldn't wait to get started. Well, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed part 3 as much as I did. Be great if you could subscribe to my channel just to make sure you don't miss part 4, which will be coming soon. Until next time, boys and girls, bye-bye.